Today, our learning centers are geared towards 8th grade social studies. Our goal for them is that they can be able to review for their exam and be able to complete it with the correct answers, and these are the correct answer. And this is the worksheet that I'm going to have them to do once they complete each learning station. It includes maps, which is one of the things that state standards will be testing over. The first thing that I want to show you is that in learning about mercantilism, I like this little video. That's kind of giving a little rap song that kind of got the students
goods, controlling the money,
interested.
And you better not trade with any other countries. Got stacks on stacks, and you know we're gonna tax. So chill, colonies, you better relax.
Yo, colonies, you got what we need. So feed us your materials, we eat them up like cereals. We're hungry for all the gold and silver, building up our wealth. Like Bob the Builder, gold and silver, we gonna take it all. So all your little countries can bow down and fall. We believe that the power rests in our hands. Don't you know that Europe's taken a stand? We believe that we control the trade. And you better believe that money is our game. Talking about mercantilism, economic system, mercantilism.
And hopefully that'll be interesting for them to do. And so right down here we have the PowerPoint that students will be able to access from the beginning. They can go in and look at the slideshow, and it'll go through pretty much everything that they've been learning to help them take notes. And so that's one of the things that I like about this. And for some of the students that are not pre-AP, there's a different version of this same PowerPoint with the same information that's a little bit more colorful and more interesting for them, that I think they'll enjoy. It's still going to cover everything that we are going to talk about in the colonial age. So that's basically what they'll be getting from the Learning Center. The second Learning Center is the vocabulary, and they'll be doing a graphic organizer. We also will be putting this in our interactive notebook. We call that the IMB. So when they're completed, it'll be like that. They'll cut along the lines and they'll put it in their notebook by folding it in half. They call it the hamburger. Gonna hamburger it, and once they get it hamburger, they'll glue it in and they'll be able to access it each day and from the interactive notebook. Okay, and then the next learning center is going to be our project or experiment. What I want to do is connect them to technology. So the technology will be that they're going to create an app. Okay, and that's the directions for that. So the topic is over the Great Awakening and the Enlightenment. And once they get notes about this, they can go to the graphics page right here, and they'll be able to illustrate. The fourth learning center is the writing center. They're going to take notes. They're going to read the biography of individuals like Thomas Hook, William Penn, Charles D. Montesquieu, and then they're going to answer these questions. Okay, and then these are the same people that was involved in the settlement, so they're going to come over here to the Venn diagram and they're going to compare and contrast. They're going to use a textbook at this station on page 71 through 78, or 71 and 76 through 78. Okay, and for our modified students, they'll receive a copy of this with the parts that are already highlighted, so that they won't be distracted by dyslexia and having trouble. So I put out some of the key points in yellow. On-level students are not going to be expected to do as much research. Just to get to the point with them, I'm going to ask for certain questions like, who are the leaders? And they'll say somebody like John Smith and what he did, and how they established the House of Burgesses. Okay, and then with this Venn diagram, they'll be able to still compare and contrast, and everybody will be able to still compare and contrast. And then for pre-AP, it will be a lot more expected. They'll have to do a lot more research through this information from the textbook. It will not be given to them in this format. They will go to the textbook, page 71, 76 through 78, and then that's how they will get this Venn diagram filled in and be able to compare the similarities of Plymouth, Jamestown, and Massachusetts. Okay, once they get done with that, they should be able to complete this timeline. Okay, they'll complete the timeline through the dates that were important on the vocabulary. And this is what I had stuck to the vocabulary that they glued in the IMB. So from the timeline, they'll have these dates. Then they can illustrate the things that happened during that time. Okay, the next learning center will be the gallery walk. Okay, and this will be a lot more interactive than just regular taking notes. They get to get up out of the seat and look at the southern colonies that were established, what they traded, really good information about religion in the southern colonies, and then they have the middle colonies. And it's going to talk about each one: agriculture, religion, government and society. And it's the same format. It's going to be economy, religion, and government. Okay, on each one. And then through this gallery walk, they should be able to complete this map, because they'll see this map again. And I don't want it to be a surprise. I want them to be able to read the maps, because this is a standard that the state has on the heat maps, showing that students need to be exposed more to maps, and they'll need to label these maps. The students may read a book of choice from the reading center, or they can read articles. But I want them to be able to take C notes from the information that they have gathered. It will help them. And this is the table of contents for their interactive notebook. For each one of these pages that they completed, they'll be gluing it in, IMB. And it'll be an example like this. Once they glue it in, they'll be able to open it up and have that information accessed. But in the meantime, if they finished and they are confident that they're ready, then they'll just put the iron beads back up, and then they'll go ahead and read a book of choice. Now if they have one in their backpacks, they can read one of choice.